Hi, welcome back. We are continuing on with our topic about sex and the relationship when it comes to marriage. Again, I am Chara Taylor, your hot and holy love coach, and we are now on topic number 4. This time, we're going to be talking about maintaining the emotional and the physical connection and how important it is and how that relates to helping you to have a hot and holy marriage and how key it's going to be to maintaining a healthy sexual life when it comes to your marriage. Okay. So if you have any questions about our last topic, please feel free to submit those to me. I would love to respond and get back to you. So let's talk about emotional connection. And I'm just going to start off by saying this. Understand that sex is not as explosive as it can be if you are not connected emotionally. So here's what this looks like. So a part of our mental and social and our emotional and our physical are all tied together. If we don't feel, if couples are not connected here and emotionally, then the body does not do what it needs to do in an explosive manner. So this this part of our body is connected to the genital part of our body. So when a woman feels disconnected emotionally, then her body is not going to release and explode and lubricate to the maximum capacity that it absolutely can. The same thing for the man. It's not going to, the stimulation is not going to happen for the fullness of what it is he's trying to achieve with his man parts if he does not feel the emotional connection. Now, here is the truth. Because of the way God created our bodies, it's going to respond because through right touch, it's going to respond through the right stimulation. Okay, if you touch a person in the right spot, you hit a right this or a right that, the body is going to respond. But if you want it to be explosive, if you want it to be powerful, if you want it to be passionate, then that comes through being connected emotionally. Okay, that comes from that part of the connection. Emotional connection. If you disconnect emotionally, then you disconnect sexually. If you disconnect emotionally, you disconnect physically. If you disconnect emotionally, you disconnect spiritually. If you disconnect spiritually, that is going to lead to a failed marriage. I am not saying that sex is the answer, but it is a powerful and a key component to being connected. Okay, your body functions through connection. Yep, you want those areas to do what they do and to feel how you like for them to feel. Get connected through your emotions. Okay, there's a relationship expert by the name of John Gottman. Okay, and I've put his name as a reference at the bottom of the overview that you have. He asserts that solving marital problems is needed. However, that should not be the focus in the marriage. What should be the focus in the marriage is how you respond to each other when a problem is not present. Okay, your friendship, your relationship, your connectivity, that is what needs to be focused on. And I find that to be very, very, very true. Yep, you absolutely need to deal with the problems. You absolutely need to get issues resolved, but that should not be the main focus, because if you stay focused on the problems, you'll never experience the divine connection that you were meant to experience, which is why I love Philippians chapter 4, where he talks about think on those good things, think on whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is just. If there be any good, any good report, think on those things. Okay, so focus on what's happening when problems are not present. Okay, and that's how we get to the place where we can actually get problems resolved. Okay, understanding and learning each other. So yes, learn tips, learn tools, learn all that you can about resolving the problem, but don't focus on the problem. Focus on how you relate to each other outside of the issue. And so the key is to build up on your friendship. So what I want you guys to do is to take time to do like an inventory to see where you are on the friendship scale, even right now. Are you strangers where you just know each other? Are you acquaintances where you, well, are you strangers where you know of each other, and acquaintances where you know each other? Okay. Or are you do you have a casual friendship where you like each other, but I just kind of like you? Or do you have a close friendship where you not just know the person, but you understand the person? You get your spouse, you just get it, and they're free to be themselves. Okay. You're allowing him or her to be themselves. Or do you have an intimate connection where we connect? We connect. So you want to determine where you are on the friendship scale, and then ask yourself, where would you like to be if you're not where you want to be? Then work towards getting to that level of friendship, because that is going to be key to your connections. Also understand about soulmates. A lot of us think, oh, I've married my soulmate, I found my soulmate. But once you actually get into the marriage, you're going to figure out that your soul does not mate in every area. Okay. Your souls will connect in only certain areas, and find those areas. Let those be the strengths that you play on, and the areas where you don't connect in your souls, don't allow that to be a hindrance to your marriage, because the enemy will use that to keep you separated in the sex life. Okay. So find where your souls mate. My husband and I, our souls does not mate on food. Okay. I like healthy foods. He does not like healthy foods as much. Okay. We connect, our souls really connect with sports. So we have fun together when it comes to sports. So find the area that you guys connect on, that you have in common, that you like to do with each other, places and areas where you like to be around each other, and allow yourselves to build on that, and allow yourselves to be individuals. It's okay that you don't connect in absolutely every area. Okay. It's okay. Again, don't allow those areas to separate you. Allow each other to be an individual. That's what brings out some fun, to know, my spouse is this way and I'm this way. It brings about some fun to the marriage. Okay. Don't allow you guys don't allow yourselves to have power struggles. Okay. Don't let power struggles disconnect you. It will kill your affection for each other if you're in power struggles. And here's what I mean by power struggle. If one of you are stronger in wisdom and another is stronger in knowledge, if somebody is stronger in whatever area, don't let that cause you to bump heads. Allow your differences to marry and to gel together, and to make sure and to help you be connected. We found that in the very beginning of our marriage, it was horrible, because my husband is gifted in knowledge and I am gifted in wisdom. And for the longest time, we bumped heads, and we tore up our connection, which made sex hard for us, because we were steadily fighting and bumping heads, until we learned how to gel them together. We now understand that he's the what, I'm the how. So I let him do the what, he lets me do the how. Whatever it is, don't allow your differences to become a struggle. Allow it to bind you together, to become one flesh. Okay, that will keep you connected. Your sexual connection, it actually enhances all of the other areas of your marriage. Your sexual connection helps you with your agape unconditional love. Your sexual connection, it helps you with your brotherly love, your friendship love, and your sexual connection, it absolutely helps with the eros love, if you allow it to. Okay. My husband has this quote that he uses a lot, and he says, we should remain a student of each other and get our PhD in our spouse. So I want you to remain a student of your spouse. Remain a student not only of your spouse, but remain a student of marriage, and learn what marriage is about, how you can grow as a husband or a wife. Learn those things. Okay. So that your connection can be strong. And when your connection is strong, it brings more power into the sex part of your marriage. When we're talking about connection, we need to talk about our love languages. And there's this author by the name of Gary Chapman, who has a book and a whole series that he does on the 5 love languages, which is how we understand love, how each of us understands love. And you may have heard them already prior to this topic, but they are words of affirmation, physical touch, quality time, acts of service, and gifts. Find out what your spouse's love language is and learn it. And because typically we don't speak our spouse's love language unless we have that same love language. we actually speak our own love language to everybody else. If you like touch, you probably initiate a lot of hugs and a lot of things that have to do with touch. If you like acts of service, then you typically do a lot of stuff for people and you expect it to be done for you. We have to learn each other's love language. Okay. I also want to ask you to, when you're thinking about love languages, work those out with God. Okay. And because God gave you those love languages and he wants to be the one to fill that tank up. What happens is, if, you know, we pull from our spouse to fill up our love tank on a regular and a consistent basis. And the truth is, most times our spouses are empty themselves and they really can't pour into us because life has pretty much drained them as well. So get some filling from your love language from God. He would love to fill your love language and your love tank. But also, I'm so sorry, excuse me. Also, make sure you are learning your spouse's love language and how to speak it. Since we're in this technology world, there is now an app that has been created to help with that. It's called Love Nudge. Love Nudge. It's a purple app on either your Apple or your Android device on your stores. Download those onto your phone and you can text and you can nudge each other when your love tank is low. You can nudge each other, sweet nothings. You can use that app. It is a very practical and a handy tool that I recommend for all couples so that you can remain connected. It gives you reminders because you don't speak that love language, it might not register with you. Oh my goodness, I haven't hugged my spouse. Oh my goodness, I haven't given a nice word. So you can set reminders and it reminds you. That may sound very elementary, but until you have your spouse's love language down pat, then I say practice it and use whatever tools you can use to build in that area of connection. You want to make sure that you guys are established in the area of connection and friendship. Build on those things and then invest in your marriage to learn how to solve the problems. Don't let the problems be the leading force in your marriage. Let your friendship and your connection be what leads you, because then you're going to have some powerful, explosive, passionate love and sex in your marriage. Now let's briefly talk about the physical connection, because that's important as well. Being connected, visually to one another. I can't stop looking at you. The oh my goodness, I'm just drawn to you. That physical attraction is extremely important. And so we want to make sure that we're taking care of our bodies, okay? And eating proper foods that can nourish us, but also come out through, there's a lot of oral sex happening in marriages. And if you are eating the wrong foods, you're giving off a very gross and a disgusting taste, okay? And so you want to eat foods that are healthy to sweeten up some stuff when you're doing that, okay? If you catch where I'm going with it. So take care of your health, take care of your body image, take care of your health, and don't take things personal, because sometimes your spouse may have to say, hey, I think that you should work on this. And you know what, I love you and I'm concerned about your health. Or, when they come to you, don't take things personal when it comes to your physical attributes, okay? And also physically talk about your likes. And I'm going to always mention that is talking about your likes, having conversations. I like this, or I like that, or I need this, or I need that. I like the way you look with this on. I like the way you look with that on. I always tell my husband, I love it when he wears black. So he intentionally wears black when we're together. Okay. It's important that you talk about and discuss those things so that your connection is not ruined. Okay, it is important. Okay, so there we are. Emotional connection is extremely important, and focus on your friendship and remaining connected in that area so that what happens up here translates down here. Okay, all right. That's what I wanted to talk to you guys about in this here topic on maintaining emotional and physical connection. I hope that you have enjoyed that and that has made some sense to you. So now talk about some different things and make sure you work on your friendship. And I'll be back next time with topic 5, where we're going to go even deeper and talk about some pitfalls. All right, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for joining.